Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel T-Spot. In this video, Yellowstone has decided to take a long break before releasing part 2 of Season 5. Our entire attention is focused on the last remaining Yellowstone Universe series, 1923. Of course, in the upcoming months, we will witness the release of 4/6s as well. But until then, we are glad to have 1923 to fulfill the space that is left by Yellowstone. The show has had a pretty strong beginning, though we must admit that it wasn't a favor at first. In the beginning, when we heard the voiceover of Elsa, we were immediately glad to have a continuation of the story in 1883. But this also caused us to not approach 1923 as a separate series and constantly compare it to 1883. In fact, we are guilty of judging the show prematurely just because it was too similar or not similar enough to 1883, which is not fair. Thankfully, soon became apparent that despite being in relation to 1880, 300 and 1923 had its own very distinct characteristic, which might even lead it to be better than 1883. The abundance of action sequences in comparison to 1883 and Yellowstone was the main reason why we thought the show wouldn't be on par with those two series. Even though there are many plot twists, dynamic choices, and even action sequences in both Yellowstone and 1883. We all know that the true power of these shows comes from the strong writing abilities of Taylor Sheridan. He's an expert in script writing, and some of the dialogues in both of these series are good enough to pass his poetry. Yes, that's how much we love it. Unfortunately, in the first couple of episodes, we didn't see the same potential in 1923. Instead, there were lots of men riding horses and women worrying about their love interests, and that was it. Was it bad? Of course not. It was a delight to watch, but it wasn't exceptional. Then there has been a shift in the show that revealed its true potential. We believe the entrance of Alexander to the show was one of the main catalyzers of that shift, as well as the fact that we started to see more of Kara, who might be the most profound character in the show. Alexander's entrance enabled Spencer to explore his emotional side rather than just being a Muslim man hunting lions. The two's romance has been far from cringe and witnessed the couple experience various emotions together. Especially the letter reading scene in episode 4 was a turning point in Spencer's character development, and we loved it. As far as Kara is concerned, the fact that she wrote all those emotionally heavy letters to Spencer is telling a lot. She is the true leader of the ranch and is quite impressive to watch as a woman role model. We believe Jacob's major injury has been effective in that sense, as it paved the way for Kara to have more scenes in the show. Now that we are approaching halfway through in the show, we cannot wait to watch more of Spencer and Alexander's relationship as well as Kara's. We believe episode 5 of the show might have 3 trajectories. It will either start where we left off and will witness Spencer trying his best to reach Montana as quickly as he can, or it will have a major time jump and we will watch him in Montana for the first time in episode 5, which is exciting to even think about. Well, there might also be a third way, which stands in the midpoint of the previous two. The episode might begin with a month-long time jump in which Jacob got better and attends the next town livestock meeting, while Spencer is at a ship toward the U.S. If the first option takes place, it means that one season will not be enough for 23 to explore Spencer's adventures in Montana. Logistically, it would be very difficult to bring him from Africa to the U.S. within a handful of episodes, and then there would be no time left for him to take his brother's revenge. But we know that Sheridan has no intention to have multiple seasons for these prequel series, meaning that it's not much likely for the first auction to take place. If Sheridan would like to follow the second path, then we would miss Spencer's journey to the U.S. and immediately jump into his life in Montana. Is it exciting? Yes. Is it kind of disappointing to miss an entire journey for the ocean? Hell yes. Still, it does make sense in terms of the episode schedule of the show, since the remaining episodes would be more than enough to explore the adventures of Spencer in Montana, as well as Alexander's struggle to adapt to this new country and lifestyle. The last option is the one with the least potential to take place, in our opinion, even lesser than the first one. Why? Well, 1 month will not enable Spencer have much progress in his journey to Montana, so it will not save time for the show. Also, we will once again watch the journey instead of his Montana venture. Which brings us to the same point as the first one. The only advantage of the third option is that the town council would be exactly at that time, just like it was hinted back in episode 4. So we might take care of Dutton's emphasis on a month later as a foreshadowing of the future episodes of the series. Either way, it's clear that we will watch more of Spencer and his relationship with his family in episode 5, and we cannot wait for it. The sad news is that 1923 also has taken a break, though it's much shorter than Yellowstone's break. Seems like the new episode of 1923 will be released on February 5, and until then, as Yellowstone universe fans, we can all take a break from all these dramas. What are your thoughts on what to expect from the upcoming episodes of 1923? Let us know what you think in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the video. Thank you for watching. See you soon.